Hello Earth, welcome to episode 17 of Making Cell, a series of videos where I record myself designing and implementing a programming environment called Cell. So if you don't know what this is about, you can go to github.com/cell, link in the description, or you can go to the very first episode. Today, I think we're going to be done with our parsing issues. That's what I want. We had issues with slashes and quotes, but I think we're going to solve them by just keeping on going, but also rethinking how we do this. And I came to the following conclusion, which is with the help of ChatGPT, by the way, which I was consulting off screen. And what I want to do is the following. If we are inside an element delimited by literal double quotes, non-literal double quotes, the following goes. Any literal double quote is prepended by a slash. Any literal slash is prepended by a slash. That's it. So if we now go to any tests, not testes, we will have these ones, for example. So if I have this, I would probably have then, yeah, this is correct. Have the slashes before each of the quotes. Here, the same thing. Here, if I want this, I would have indeed two slashes and then one here. Yeah, so let's fix this one. So if we go here, so the unparsed element would be something like this. Here I would do something like replace every slash. If it's unparsed, it would be replace every quote with a slash quote. Actually, I would first do it like this. Replace any slash, which has to be a literal one, with a double slash. And let's just make this extra confusing by doing that. But you know what I mean, right? And then we replace each quote by a slash and a quote. Yeah. And then we surround the whole thing by double quotes. I think that's it. I think that's really it. We have an annotated thing here. Replace any slash, prepend any slash. The element must be surrounded with double quotes. Therefore, we do the following: prepend any slash with another slash. And that's what we do. I was written the original text. Okay, perfect. And now we go on the other part. An escaper. So find the first non-literal quote. So we need to know whether we are, if we are inside already a quote, that's what makes a difference, if you're inside the quote or not. If you're inside the quote, any non-literal quote will not be prepended. If not inside a because this is text, right? So if not inside, because if not inside if not yeah, inside text starting with a non-literal quote, look for the first quote, double quote, because it's not going to be escaped. If inside, look for the first double quote with a slash without, the first double quote without a slash before it. But then what happens if I am closing the slash? It's the same thing that we started before. It's the same thing as before. I'm going crazy here. I think the hard problem is not so much I'm parsing it. The hard problem is to parse it. So we really need to understand that. Problem area 1. And then we have a problem area 2, which is this one, which is the unparsing. Here, 2 quotes. So this would definitely become surrounded and put 1 exactly. This is perfectly fine. And this would be actually 4. And then 2 is just 2 because I'm outside of the quotes. And then here would be 2 here. So I think I need to look at the fact I need to look for I need to look for an even number of I need to look for an even number of slashes. If I ask this guy, actually let's think it over first. I think it's just about having an even number of slashes here. Have the 2 problem areas. text to paths. So I have I start a slash. This is perfect. And here is, look, I find the quote, but there's how many slashes before it? If there's no slash, it's a non-literal one. If there's one slash, it's a literal one. If there's two slashes, it's a non-literal one, because that two slashes mean literal slash before it. If there's three slashes, there's one slash, and then I'm escaping it. Okay, that's it. It's the even number. Okay, I think that will work. So if I would basically have two slashes here, it would be this would be slash space. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Perfect. So now we're going to do it like this. We are going to do yeah. So if this is that, I need to count. So if I'm in the third element, slice 0, 2, now would be 0. So if I want to include the index, yeah, it would be 2 plus 1. Yeah, so I have this. So find me zero more slashes, and then the end. So let's just try this. So I have this. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. If slashes. So if it's because the quote will also be matched. So it's just one. So it has an even amount. Return. Okay. Exactly. It has to have an even amount of slashes to be an unliteral one. Basically, the code won't affect it. Ah, yeah. Yeah, do I need text to be... Yeah, I think I don't need to do the split. I was just... Yeah, I know what I was thinking, honestly. Maybe this is wrong. Yeah. Yeah, that's a test. So I have 2 slashes here before. I mean, I'm fully expecting this to be a literal one. Yeah. Oh, of course. This is just one. Ah, the text was wrong. Ah, nice. So I have 3. Okay, the replacing logic has to be changed. This GML really can go away, right? Okay. Okay. Literal slash, literal quote. This looks great. So what's the problem here? Here, let's annotate this code. Are we always inside I think it doesn't matter if we're inside or not. Is it? If we're inside multi-line text, we're already in. If we're not, and if you find 0 slashes, yeah, it's always an even, it doesn't matter, outside or inside. Yeah. If we see how many slashes are before the double quote. It's found. Now for the tricky bit. If there's an even amount of slashes before the quote, double quote, even 0, this is a non-literal double quote. Therefore, we return k and stop the iteration. If there's an odd amount of slashes, it means that this double quote is escaped. For example, if there's a single slash before the quote is escaped. If there are 3 slashes before the quote, there's then a literal x before 3, if there are 2 slashes before the quote, what we have is a literal slash followed by a non-literal double quote. So in that case, we also return k. There's literal slash followed by a literal double quote. And so forth. Okay, so we're almost there. Yes. And yesterday we had represented literal slash for a literal double quote, exactly. Yeah, we already wrote the test. So now what's the problem? Let's just debug now. It's this one. So now I have in text to pass, I have 3 slashes. So we have this. Oh, I need to make it greedy, right? And then it breaks much later, right? So let me just try to understand. I have literal slash, literal quote, quote. That's it. Why can't you work? What's the issue here? In this case, it is matching it. Look. Yeah. Ah, I see. Okay, so the first time we find a quote, perfect, and then we find the second quote. Why is this being called 3 times? That's the problem. Yeah, right? So we find this one. Why is it being called 3 times? Oops. So text is the top, and then we have find. Okay, why within this find? Okay, there's something interesting here. So we have a second call to find. Yeah, the final time, because what we're getting in this find is this. So for this one, we need to say, oh, this one has an even amount, sorry, an odd amount. It's literal, keep on going, ignore it. And then the final one is this one. But why the text is... Why? Why the text is all of this? Yeah, why am I slicing it from 0? I have to slice it from the last one, after the last quote, I guess. But honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I get 0 here. So it's fine. So where am I getting that extra slash? The extra slash is not here. This is working just fine. What I need to do is the unescaper is wrong. Sorry, it took me forever to get rid of that one. So I'm replacing, yeah, I already have this somewhere, right? Yeah, I have it here, right? Yeah. No, it's not the unescape, it's the other way around, of course. If the text matches space or a quote, first replace all the two slashes with a single slash, and replace all the single slash followed by a quote by a mere quote. Okay, now what I break? Oh yeah, the G's, sorry. Okay, we fixed the thing before. If text has a double quote, which must be a literal one, given the fact that we call this on we remove each slash from before a literal double quote, as well as removing every slash before a literal slash. If there's no space or double quote, we just return text as it is. Okay, much better now. So on line 90, 2953. Okay, I would like to know further. 647, is it? But 647 is what I'm calling the thing. So line 29 is blowing up. Good to know. Yeah, this is wrong. That one. Okay. Yeah, and I think these are broken tests, which is great. We haven't made it yet there. It's 4 slashes here, dear. Hehehe. uh, oh, okay. Are we really there? Unbelievable. All we had to do was think and fail a while. Fail a while. That's a good one. I should print that on a t-shirt and wear it 2 or 3 times a week. Okay. So now, oh, thank you for the music here, but let's just put let's go back to the, yes, this one. Because, are we ready for XML? I think we are. No, not the episodes, Tammy. The friend cat tail, yes. Now, this one. It worked. Look at how it's stored. Let's compare it to what it actually is. Here will be, it's all inside a multi-line quote, right? So everything has to be escaped. So I basically take, slash would be, yeah, so slash quote, then 4 slashes because I'm inside that. Perfect. 4 slashes DTD, yeah, and 4 slashes, 1 slash for the literal quote. Oh, it worked. It looks, how was it in the original title? Why do I have 4 slashes here, though? We have again this thing where I'm doing it twice, right? Well, why? Yeah, it's just too many. Why? I thought we had fixed that issue, but we had fixed it, right? it already comes like this, right? But look, this is clean. So I'm not parsing it properly then. No, let's just try and test here. Oh. It's from multi-lines, I think, the issue, right? This is correct. It should be 2 slashes. Wait. So if I look at cell put, I can just console log whatever comes in here. Actually, let's just clean this up first. This looks absolutely correct. No, wait, it's not correct. These are unescaped, but these ones in the multi-line are not unescaped. Yeah, that's the problem. Why? When I'm parsing again. So it's when I'm text to paths. Oh, I know why. Because I'm not finding any slashes. That's why. Sorry, not slashes. I'm not finding any quotes. This is the case. In this case, I need to take the quoted text. Yeah, it has to be that. It has to be that. Why did I stop the timer? That was silly. Sometimes I wonder, is this just a huge waste of time? Why did that just work? Yeah, that was it. That was it. That was it. Yeah. And here looks normal. Why? Because I'm just taking the whole thing, the text. Wow, this worked. This was tough, but it worked. So now actually, let's do first always this. Just add a test that breaks this, and then just multi-line, and then I just put 2 slashes here, right? No, you would be and then on this, and then the expected would be just multi-line slash. I have to put in these ones. 1 slash, 1 little double quote. Talk about a torture test here. Yeah. And now oh, come on. What's the problem? Just multi-line, new line, slash. Why there's a slash there? No, there's no slash, sorry. New line, 1 slash. One slash, a new line and a quote, yeah. Where there's 2 slashes, it's like it's not escaping it. Wow. I was really not expecting this to happen. Wait, is this yeah, it's white space, so it should work. Why is it giving me 2 slashes? Oh, I found another corner, guys. I can't believe it. Why? I found another corner case here. Because if I did this, it will work. So I found another thing here. Just, yeah, this line has no quotes or white space, but it's inside a multi-line thing, therefore it should be quoted. So, wow. It's not this one, it's not the final little quote, it's the replacer. This condition should be gone. Ah, it shouldn't be gone. Or if we're inside multi-line text. There, it will work. Yes. Oof, that was subtle. Or if we are inside multi-line text, and we are not inside multi-line text. Wow. Okay, now for real. Okay, it worked. We can support XML, and we even came up with a more involved test case, and we are covering for it. Okay, now I'm pretty confident in this. And if I copy this, will it still escape it? Now I'm really doing a torture test. Yes, it works. And if I do the whole thing, does it work? Yes, it's of course a mess, but it's fine. It just works. It scaled. Okay. Episode, was it 17? It's the episode where we actually made it happen. I am happy. Relieved. Now to do's. We put for every single bug we found, we put a test case. Even finding one just now. Did I fix the one I did here? Was last night? I'm not sure if I fixed in the end. Where was it? Quoted. So the first part quoted. Yeah, this one. I forgot to. Yep. Okay, now yes, for real. So let's do this. Okay, we have all the fixes. It was quite a few. It was one here. Well, first of all, the idea of quoting things uniformly with slashes within double quotes. Thanks to ChatGPT for the help. This one was a very tricky one. Well, actually, it wasn't so tricky. It just took a while to fix it. And look at that. Yeah. Fantastic. I'm just going to commit the changes, and we'll see you next episode where we are going to integrate an LLM here in the dialogue. And we are going to start having fun pasting all sorts of data and making Cell come to life. And now that we have pretty much figured out that core parsing logic that allows it to take anything and represent it, go from text to bus and bus to text. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.